Hi guys, if you're watching this, you're probably aware that the final episode of How I Met Your Mother ever is going to be aired on Monday, at least in America. So, in light of this, I've decided to talk to you guys about a couple of theories that I found out about the other day that I hadn't actually heard about before. So, the main one, now you're going to want to not listen to this if you don't want any spoilers. I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen in the show, of course not, because I have no fucking idea. But in case you don't really want to know, just in case you want to be surprised, I would not watch the rest of this video. I'll start with some general background information first. In episode 20 of season 8, specifically the episode where there's that whole time travel thing with like Barney and Ted from 20 hours in the future and 20 years in the future or something. So Ted goes to the mother's apartment and he knocks on her door and he says to her, "Hi, I'm Ted Mosby. In exactly 45 days from now, you and I are going to meet, and we're going to fall in love, etc., etc., etc. All that is 45 days away. But I'm here now, I guess, because I want those extra 45 days with you. I want each one of them. Look, and if I can't have them, I'll take 45 seconds before your boyfriend shows up and punches me in the face. I love you. I'm always going to love you till the end of my days and beyond. You'll see." Now, if you haven't guessed already, this theory is that the wife is dead or is going to die. So dead by the time that he's telling the children the story about how he met their mother. I think people started to first speculate on this theory when this episode came out, because he's very intent on taking just an extra 45 days or an extra 45 seconds with his wife. And people, I guess, were thinking that he's desperate for whatever time that he can get with her because something happened and she must be dead. And of course they got divorced. Now, the episode for me that really sealed the deal and made me believe that this is the case was the second last episode that's been aired so far. So it was episode 19 of season 9. It's a flash forward episode, and in this episode, Ted and his wife, the mother, are sitting and they're having dinner together without the kids. They've come away for a getaway of some description. And Ted has just reminisced how he and his friends have just been talking about how he's moving the next day to another city. I think it was Chicago. And he says, "In a moment like that, when what's really happening is too intense to deal with, sometimes it's best," and his wife finishes, "to leave it unspoken and just enjoy each other's company instead." To me, that's saying that something has happened that they can't avoid and they acknowledge, but they just want to get the most out of each other. Also in that episode, while Ted is telling the story, he gets to the part about Robin's mother not showing up, and his wife says, of course she was going to show up. What kind of mother is going to miss her daughter's wedding? And then there's this awkward sort of silence, and Ted starts crying, and he was trying to hold back tears. And then his wife looks like she's also trying to hold back the tears, and then she changes the subject. Ted crying about the prospect of a mother missing their daughter's wedding says to me very strongly, or indicates, that the mother is going to miss her daughter's wedding. And most people are saying it's because the mother is dead and she hasn't seen it, so that Ted is at this moment in time having a conversation with his dead wife. However, they were both talking to the waiter who said to them, well, it's the Mosbys. So I don't think that she's dead at this point. She also mentions in this episode that she doesn't want Ted to be one of those guys who lives in his stories. And they're both very happy about reaching the old married couple status, and they give each other a high five. All in all, I think that this episode, though a lot of people think that she's dead, I think that it's indicating that she must be terminally ill. So maybe she has cancer or something, and they've given her a certain amount of time to live. So what kind of mother is going to miss her daughter's wedding? He starts crying about it. And in a moment like this, when something is too intense to deal with, it's best to just leave it unspoken and enjoy each other's company instead. I think they've been given the bad news and they've come away for a retreat together without the kids, and they're just trying to enjoy each other's company and not think about it and just try and have some good times. But I think she is sick and she is going to die. The only other explanations, I guess, would be possibly that he's using as a general, so what kind of mother would miss the daughter's wedding? Maybe he's the one who was actually sick and he doesn't want to miss the kid's wedding. But I feel like he wouldn't... It's more likely that she will be the one crying and he will be comforting her about it. I think that she's quite strong about her illness situation and she's comforting him because she knows he's going to be left behind. And that's why she said to him, I don't want you to be one of those guys who's always in his stories. She wants him to know that life goes on. Even when she is gone, he'll still be able to have a life without her. Now, a few people are convinced that this is just a theory because in a recent interview, the actress who plays the mother, Kristen Milioti, I believe it's pronounced, the interviewer told her about this theory and she said that it was insane. So a lot of people have just said that it's not going to happen. But I don't think that she's exactly expressly denied it. She's just said, like, it's crazy, it's insane, like, yeah, it is pretty crazy. That's not to say that it's not the case. She has also, however, said that the ending of How I Met Your Mother is beautiful. One word to describe it, she said beautiful. And this doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a happy ending. Maybe it turns out that after this whole time that Ted's been thinking that the only way he's going to be happy is if he finds somebody, he can finally accept that he's had that love and he can live life without her. Now, it could just be me, and I've just put way too much thought into this and these theories that have come up. This is just what has happened in my brain. This is how my brain thinks that this would all work out. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't know, give me your own opinions, give me some comments about what you think is happening on How I Met Your Mother, and whether you think that these theories are complete bullshit, or whether you think I'm crazy or not. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would be great. Yeah, he's on the shitter. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Okay, see you later.